What would you do if someone tried to take your home, not with force, but through illegal paperwork? What if I told you that in Cook County, Illinois, people's homes are being stolen through a system that's ignoring its own rules? And what if I showed you the documents to prove it? Hi, everyone. My name is Latasha Johnson, and I've spent the past few years, yes, years, fighting to protect my home and exposing the system that's failed to do the same. This isn't just about me, it's about what's happening to others in courtrooms just like mine, specifically courtrooms 1301 and 1302 eviction court. So let me take you back to where it all began. In any courtroom, there are rules. One of the first, if you're a lawyer, you must file a document called a notice of appearance before representing anyone in court. It's the legal equivalent of checking in, okay? No check in, no business being there. But in our case, the opposing attorney, Sandra T. Khan, never filed that notice, yet she filed motions anyway. According to court precedent, those filings should be considered a legal nullity. In other words, they don't count. But it didn't stop there. That same lawyer, Sandra T. Khan, emailed us a motion and claimed it was filed, but it had no court stamp, no filing number, no record. And according to court rules in Illinois, if it's not stamped by the clerk, it's not official. Yet it was treated like it was. Imagine facing eviction over paperwork that legally doesn't exist. Then came something even more disturbing. That same lawyer, Sandra T. Khan, was listed as representing both sides of the case. Yes, she appears in the court system as legal representation for the plaintiffs and the defendants. The defendants would be me, Latasha Johnson, and my mother, Pearline Johnson, without our consent, without explanation. That's not just unethical, that's a conflict of interest so serious it could void the entire case. And still, we dug deeper because the amount they were suing for, it wasn't even the full story, okay? They claimed that we owed a little over $1,000. But behind the scenes was a demand for an undocumented $180,000 so-called special assessment. No receipts, no owner votes, no contractor bids, just a huge fee, okay? Pushed on to owners like us. And so they are using the court as a weapon to force us to pay. So we asked to see financial records to substantiate the $180,000 special assessment because we have a legal right as condo owners to do so under the Illinois Condominium Act. And they, the Stratford House on the Lake Board, refused to provide us with financial records to substantiate the $180,000 special assessment. What are they trying to hide? And that's why I'm speaking out. Because if this can happen to me, someone who documented everything, followed the law, showed up to every hearing, then it can happen to anyone. And if it's happening in courtroom 1301 and 1302, how many other families are being steamrolled into silence? So here's what you can do. You can share this video and you can comment if you've experienced something similar. The louder our voices, the harder it becomes to ignore. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 8 says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed." That's what I'm doing. And I hope that you'll stand with me as we shine a light into the shadows. Thanks for watching.